We made it. We made it. Okay, parents of toddlers, or parents of toddlers who have grown up. What is happening? My little baby has always, pretty much, other than a handful of very few minimal times, has gone to bed between, like anywhere between 7:30 to 8:30, 9:30 pushes it. And now this baby is pushing it to 10. Like I barely just eked away with my life. I'm like, is this baby gonna ever go to sleep? The last 2 nights it's been past 10 that she goes to sleep. And right now the only alone time, the only mommy time, only me time that I get is when the baby goes to bed. And she's pushing it and pushing it. But man, am I grateful for my baby. I love my baby. Thank you, yes, for my beautiful baby. Thank you, yes, thank you, yes. But we will navigate these bedtimes. We will figure this out. She's just in a new realm of things. I don't know. But I wanted to talk about, I had a Q&A today with the Magic Money membership. So I have a Magic Money membership. It's a Facebook group. It's a playground to talk about money. And it's right now it's 30. Well, we may have updated the price. I'm not sure. But it was, there was no set times, but I started saying we're going to have a monthly meeting. So the prices increased from 33 to 97, although it still may be 33 on the website. I don't know. You can check it out. melissamaydillon.com, Magic Money membership. But anyway, we had a Q&A today, and somebody had said something. We were talking about like 1 foot in desire, 1 foot in gratitude. And this is like a concept that I've been working on as well, because it's like I know that there is more to come in my life, more impact, more money, more visibility, more audience, more all kinds of things happening in my world. Like I can see those things in my future. But I'm here now where I don't have those things. And in order to get to those things, you have to love where you're at and be grateful for where you're at and not always be chasing the next thing. So it's like, yes, there is a next thing, but live in the moment and soak in the moment now. And it's like this little dance of like figuring that out, because one, we do want to tap into our desires and what we are holding for our future vision, but then also be utterly in love with what we're going on now and not seeing the lack between where we're at now and where it is that we're going. And oftentimes it's just very easy for us as humans to identify the lack between, where we're at and where we want to be going. And so one of the little hacks that I figured out today, and I actually have a meditation for this. In my Mega Millions program, I created this meditation that's called Jumping to My Highest Timeline. And mostly I had made this meditation with the thought process of when we're having a problem or a conflict, if we can jump into if we can jump to this moment in time in our future where we're so utterly happy with life that we're like about to leave our life, like we're ready to die, and we're looking back at this wonderful, amazing life that we lived. If we can hop to that moment, then the present moment that we're currently in, that we are having conflict with, we can look back on it and say it's been solved, it's been resolved. And so like a way to get out of the conflict right now is to jump to the future version of you where this problem has been solved and resolved, and you know that it's gonna be solved and resolved, and so you have a lot more peace about it as you make your way through whatever difficult moment or conflict it is that you're having. And so this concept that I thought of today was when you're holding the space between what I have now and what I want, and seeing the lack of it, we can reverse engineer this by tapping into the version of us that is in the future, that has all the future things that we're currently thinking of. For me, it'd be I have best-selling books out there. I'm speaking on stages. I have audiences. I have I've built my custom house with my bathtub. These would be the things, that are in the future version of me that would have those things. Well, who is that woman? Tap into that woman right now and think about the woman I am today. Like have the version of me in the future that has all these things, looking back on who I am right now and being so utterly grateful for the person that I am right now, because I can do that now. Like I look back, I was just looking at little pictures since yesterday. I talked about, being a mature woman and how sometimes I feel like I'm still a little girl. And I was looking at pictures of me, and I'm going to share some with you guys because it was just so funny. Teenager, 18-year-old Melissa's some pretty funny pics. But I looked at her and I was like, God damn, girl, like I am so grateful for you. I am so glad that you just kept going, that life was just, left turn, throwing you all this chaos, and you just smashed on through it. You said, I'm going after a life that I love. I'm going after what I want in my life, and I'm just going to keep going. And it doesn't matter what you throw at me. I'm just going to, be able to move forward in what it is that I want in my life. So I look back at 18-year-old Melissa, just this little, Melanie always calls it chicken nugget, the little chicken nugget version of you. But I look back at this little version of me, this girl who went through, honestly, lots and lots of trauma in my childhood, throughout my teen years, the boarding school, the assault in middle school, like the stepmom who was just uber mean to me. Like there's so many things that I experienced in my childhood. And 18-year-old me was like, I'm an adult now. I'm going to figure it out. It's on me. And she just went for it. And I'm so blessed and so grateful for what she has done for me, and what she has made possible for me. And so I just feel so much gratitude for her. So in this moment now, where I see the lack between who I am and where I want to be in my life, if I can step into her now, the future version of me, and in her perspective, look at me now and saying, I'm so glad for 37-year-old Melissa. I'm so glad that she was in this phase of, figuring out how to be a mom and loving on her new baby. And even though it was difficult at times, like she worked through it, she figured it out, like she did whatever it took to get here where we're at now. And so it's this little hack where we can skip to our future self and feel so grateful for who we are now in this moment. Like if our mind just keeps going like, but I want that future version, I need that future version in my life. If we can tap into that future version and then appreciate the who we are now to get to that version, I think it's this cool little hack. And it makes me go like, like there's going to be a future version of me who's going to be like, do you remember the December to remember Melissa, who went live every single day and dissected her entire process of manifesting $1 million in 1 month, going live on camera, telling people that she was going to manifest $1 million in 1 month, and that whether she did or didn't make the money, that the journey was the main goal, and that everything she learned along the way was all serving her. And do you remember that woman who did that? She led to me today, the one who is on stages, the one with best-selling books, the one who's making worldwide impact, the one, like her actions, what she chose to do, despite whatever may have been a struggle or hard or difficult, she chose to carry on. She chose to come live every single day. She chose to continue to speak her truth. She chose, like, I'm gonna look back on the who I am today, and with so much gratitude, with so much just like, oh God, girl, like I'm so glad you just kept going. I'm so glad that you worked on figuring this out. I'm so glad that you decided to grow and expand and evolve. And so I love this little hack because it immediately sets me at peace. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to listen to my meditation, because I honestly created a meditation for this. And it was mostly geared towards like when I'm in a struggle or a conflict, if I can just jump to this other version of me where it's solved and resolved and I feel so peaceful. What it means is that in this moment, it becomes nothing compared to the entirety of the life that I have left to live, that it's not even a blip on the radar of the life that I am living. And so I'm going to go back and I'm going to listen to that meditation. And so if you're interested, and drop a comment, let me know, because right now that meditation is only available inside of my Mega Millions program. But if you want it, if you guys are interested in it, then perhaps we can drop it on the YouTube channel, and allow everyone to be able to get the benefit of that. So tapping into the version, and I'm going to share some pictures of you, of teenage Melissa, little Melissa. God, I was so nuts. I had bleached my hair and I had dyed it black and red. Like, why would I bleach it if I was just going to dye it black? Like, but whatever, you know, maybe I had no idea what I was doing, but I was doing it. I was living my life. I was living my truth. And it's so funny because I was wearing a camo shirt and it said, "You can't see me." So I'm gonna share some pictures of little Melissa, and I'm gonna share some gratitude that I have for that girl, because she made it possible for me to be here today, and I'm so grateful for who I am today, here, now, the mama that I get to be, the business owner that I get to be, the wife that I get to be, the me that I get to be. I'm so grateful for all the versions of me that got me to this point and this time in my life, despite not knowing what we now know today. Like, if I had had just a tiny bit of the knowledge that I have today about life, like, you know how much time I could have saved by not chasing after men and boys? Like, what a waste of time. So much of my life was dedicated to finding a man who would just love me because I did not feel like I had that power within me. And if I could just, the time, but no matter what, even still, I'm so grateful for the me that shifted through all of that figured all that out. And that was like, whatever, like, even, oh God, the time that was spent on that, like, well, all the conversations between me and my friends and my sister, like, so, yeah, Lena, girl, same. I know. The time that was wasted. But little me figured it out. She figured it out. She kept going. She didn't let any of that stop her. And she grew and evolved to become the version that I am today, which I am super happy for who I am today. And I can jump into the future version of me and look back at me today and be like, I am so glad that Melissa did this. I'm so glad that little, I'm pretty sure I'm 37. 37 years. Once I had the baby, ages didn't matter. I was 35 when I was pregnant. I was 36 when I had her. So I'm 37 now. Yeah. So I'm so like I think of like 50-year-old version me looking back at 37-year-old Melissa being like, that woman was just this firecracker of a woman, and she just did not give up, and she just always went after what she wanted. And I'm so grateful for who she was. And so I'm so grateful for who I am. I'm so grateful of all the things that I just like, I don't care. I'm going to go after what I want. I'm going to figure this out, even if it means getting on camera every single night and talking to people and just like sharing my truth, sharing my words, sharing my wisdom, sharing my journey, spilling all my beans so that everybody knows, so that everybody can join me, so that everybody can also love their life, love what they're doing, and make all the money they want to be able to live the life that they want. I want to share that with people, and I want to bring other people along in the journey with me so that they too can look at their life and just be like, I'm so utterly in love with who I am and what I've done. So utterly in love. So I just want to share that hack with you. I want some quiet and alone time. The baby's asleep. Hopefully she stays. Please, baby, send the baby sleepy vibes. Sleep, baby, sleep, baby, sleep, baby. Mommy needs some time by myself. So I'm going to go enjoy some time. Let me know if you guys want that meditation. And I love you all. December to remember, day 10, manifesting $1 million in front of a bunch of people on camera, letting you know what the process looks like, letting you know what I'm going through in my internal journey, and letting you know how I handle this situation. Whether money does or doesn't come, like, it's all part of the journey. I know I'm planting seeds. I know that I am sending out waves of impact on the planet as I am speaking. And so I'm excited to see how how that comes back. I'm excited to see where we are in a month from now, 2 months from now, a year from now. It's just going to be amazing and crazy. And I am so blessed, so grateful for the version of me that is stepping out and that is doing this and that is, you know, shining my big ass bright light that I am. I love you all. Have an amazing night. I will see you tomorrow for December to Remember. And hopefully I can do it like more during the day instead of last freaking minute. But again, I'm making it happen. I'm making it happen. We're doing it. We're getting it done. We're making it happen. I don't care what time it takes. As long as I squeak in before midnight, we good. So love you all. Have a good night. Bye.